You know where I'm going to put it. Hey guys, today is day 26, so it's time to pull a prompt. Saran wrap technique. Okie dokie. Let me get my stuff and we'll get started. Okay, here's what I've gathered. I pulled one piece of paper from this notebook, mixed media Canson notebook, 7x10 paper, 98 pounds. That's this. And in this book, I pulled a piece of paper, mixed media. It's 5.5 by 8.5, 90-pound paper from Strathmore. That's this paper. And then I pulled two pieces of paper out of a paper pad stack. And I have some cling wrap or saran wrap or whatever kind of wrap you've got. Clear plastic wrap. If you don't have any wrap, you can take a plastic bag, like a grocery bag or something like that, and use that. And then I have some paint combinations. And we're going to try one thing I don't normally do, black and yellow together. And we're going to try a red and yellow together, and a yellow and purplish color together, and a pink and purple together. Okay, and you need a paintbrush. That's pretty much it. All right, let me get my mat and we'll get started. Okay, the first one we're going to do is the red and yellow. It's Americana Cherry Red and Apple Barrel Yellow. Let me put this here so you don't blur. I'm going to go ahead and get my plastic wrap out that I want to use on this, the size I need, so it's ready to go. And put it over here. You want a little bit of a generous amount, bigger than the page you're using, because you're going to be scrunching this up. Okay, so that's ready. Then I'm going to take my paint and I'm going to pour it out onto my paper. And you're going to use generous amounts of paint because you want this to be able to scrunch up in your plastic wrap. And I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to spread this around all over my paper. And I may not go all the way to the edge. I may not worry about that because this is probably going to be cut up and used for other things at some point. Okay, I'm not going to put too much effort into my brushing. Then I'm going to take my cling wrap, I'll lay it on my paper. And scrunch it up. Get it wherever I want it to be scrunched, all scrunchy. And we're going to let this sit until it dries. Okay? So let me put this over here to dry. Get rid of the excess paint. You know where I'm going to put it, on a tag or index card or a sheet of paper. And then we'll do the next one. Okay, for this one we're going to do Ceram Coat Rose Pink and Deco Art Purple Passion. This is a good way to use up extra paint too. Okay, one thing I did change my mind about doing though, I'm putting out some black paint that's real liquidy. It's going to throw some black splatters in here. Put it down and then scrunch it. The more scrunches you make, the more texture you're going to have in your paint. I'm just going for minimal. Okay, I'll set this off to the side. And I'll get rid of this paint and we'll do another one. For this one, we're going to use a piece of scrapbook paper. I've never done this technique on scrapbook paper, so we'll see what happens. I want to leave a border so that you can see what the paper looked like. And if this gets covered completely, that's fine, but at least you'll have some of that contrast. So let's put some paint down here. Okay, for this one, I'm going to use Deco Art Black and Deco Art Bright Yellow. Okay, I didn't even use my brush on this one. I've never done this before either, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. I may have to add more yellow to this. I think I want to. So let me open this up. And we've made a hot mess, but we're just going to see if we can fix it. Never know what's going to happen when it dries. Okay, it's been a few hours, and I'm going to pull off the plastic. You probably should wait overnight for your paint to dry really well, because you are putting on a lot of paint and gooping it up underneath plastic where it can't really breathe. But I don't have the time because I need to get my prompt out of the way for the day. I'm going to go ahead and take the plastic off, and we're going to go with what I've got. But you get the concept of how this technique works. But I actually like this, and once it dries completely, I think it'll be really pretty to work with. Either a cool background, or I can cut it up into sections and use that. But let's pull off this ugly one. This one's going to be super ugly. I'm really, really going to hate it. I know in advance. I'm going to hate it really bad. And I put way too much black. So if you do this color combination, put some yellow on there. More yellow, I should say. But honestly, it's not horrible. It's just not my favorite. And it's got a lot of texture in there. But once it dries, I'm going to add to this, and we'll make something out of this that actually we like. Don't have to love everything. Some things just aren't as lovable as others. It looks like the Twilight Zone. I should go into that hole or something. Okay, let's see what this one looks like. I like this one. Can you see the texture in it? Let's see. I think you can. So, one more. This one's my favorite. Yeah, I like this one. And try to see the texture. I'm trying to give you a little bit of an angle. There we go. We're just going to call this a day. I'll see you for day 27, okay? Bye-bye.